And welcome. Welcome to the MBLEx review course. My name is Jodi Scholes. I am your instructor for the course. And today we are talking about the benefits and physiological effects of massage, one of my favorite topics. This topic is so wide, so broad, so expansive that there's no way we could talk about all the different benefits of massage and the physiological effects. But we are going to cover some specific systems of the body. Today we're talking about nervous, respiratory, and digestive systems of the body. So fun. And what's fun about this for me is that this is a class that is immediately transferable, not just to the MBLEx, but also to your treatment room. Because when you talk to your clients about the benefits of massage, they really start to understand the purpose, why they have this feeling of overall well-being, why they just know that they feel better. I had a conversation yesterday with a client. She had left side lower back pain. And based on what she described to me, which was playing tennis, playing golf, her symptoms began during a tennis match. I said, we're going to need to probably check your abdomen, and we're going to need to check your psoas. And so did you learn that in school? Did you learn, where the psoas is? It's an abdominal muscle. It's a trunk flexor. And so by palpating her belly through the sheet, I didn't even drape. I didn't have to drape and cover, right? I palpated through the sheet. We were able to do some nice work, some less aggressive work on her abdomen, on her psoas. And also I threw in a little colon stroke. And we'll talk about that today because there are benefits of massage to the digestive tract when you incorporate the colon stroke. So anyhow, we'll talk about that today, but as normal, our class is in 3 parts. First, we're going to talk about a test-taking strategy. Then we'll do our learning. Then we'll dissect questions. So boom, let's do it. Okay. In fact, we are going to move right into our PowerPoint today because welcome. Let's get started. Here we are. No, I always forget to stop and to do this speaker view. So that's a little bit easier for you guys to see. So let's go ahead and share the screen now. Boom, shakalaka. All right. So welcome back. We're here getting ready for the massage and bodywork licensing exam. And the strategy I wanted to remind you of, and really what makes this particular course different than other courses that you're taking, is that I ask you to pay attention to building your test-taking stamina. Because it's been a minute since some of you have been in school, right? When's the last time you took a 2-hour test? Yeah. Can you sit down and read for 2 hours? I can sit down and watch TV for 2 hours, but that's not the same exercise, is it? No. And so in this class, I ask you to build your test-taking stamina. I have practice exams. There are other apps that have practice exams, AMTA, ABMP, the MBLEx Prep Guide, I think it's called, some app on the phone. But if you're curious about those, ask me in the patron, through the patron messaging function. The important part of that, when you take your tests, is that you go for the full test. And so you may have realized that I can see how long it takes you to take the test. If you're in my system, I can look and I can see what questions you got wrong. I can see how long you spent on the test. And 57 minutes ain't gonna cut it. No, because even if you passed, right? So even if you were to get through it 45 minutes, and we had someone successfully take the MBLEx recently who said, oh, I was done in 50 minutes. That is unusual. That is the exception. It is not what is normal. Usually a nice pace is about an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes. That you're in a rhythm, you're breathing, you're pushing away, you're doing a little stretching. And so, you're not disengaging, but you're not whipping through, right? So, let's see. All right. Got a little bit. Hold on just a moment here. I would ask you that if you just logged on, welcome, but if you could go ahead and turn off your microphone, that would be super helpful. Thanks so much. So our strategy that we're reviewing this week is building your test-taking stamina. And this is the student whose name is Amir. And Amir knew he needed to build his test-taking stamina. It had been a couple of years since he went to school. COVID just never got to tear around to taking the MBLEx. And so he also knew that he had to take the train into the testing center. So he had to figure out, he also didn't have reliable internet access. Amir didn't have reliable internet access at home. And so he would also take the train into the library where he could study and take practice exams. So he'd be taking the train to the library, train to the testing center. So he had his plan and built his test-taking stamina and got there 30 minutes early. We were just talking about that right before class. Reminder, you need to be in the office at the desk, talking to the lady or the man. See here, down in this corner? Talking to the lady here, right here in the lower right-hand corner. 30 minutes prior to your exam, because you got to present 2 forms of ID. You have to do a digital signature. They may have you reread all of the agreements as far as, the rules and regulations about taking the exam. Each testing center is a little bit different. So front and center right here at that desk, 30 minutes ahead of time. But Amir went through all of that and sat through here's a little picture of the cubicles that you could be in using earphones if you want to. But bang, because he built his test-taking stamina, because he controlled what he could control in getting there on time early as they requested, boom, he got his passing score. It's so exciting. And when you look through the patron account, you'll see all of the announcements of the people who are passing. Yeah, it's so exciting. Oh my God, Cindy, I haven't even told anybody yet, but Cindy just let me know that she passed this week. You saw Tim passed, you saw Emily passed. Emily was with us last week saying that she was going to be taking her test. I think it was the same day. So very exciting. See that pass stamp on your testing certificate. And Amir immediately called his girlfriend. And who would you call? What would you do? Oh my goodness. I've had, students, what would you do? What are you going to do when you pass the MBLEx? Oh my goodness. I was like, oh, yeah. I went and did a little video. It's on YouTube. I was like, you could have told me I got every question wrong. Yeah, but very excited. Amir called his girlfriend and they had planned their reward. And so that is also something that as you build your test-taking stamina, allow yourself to be motivated by planning a reward. Yeah, this happens to be a very nice place to have dinner or lunch. But what is your reward? Maybe you just unplug for like 3 days. Yeah, maybe you allow yourself to binge watch whatever you want to, whatever you want to, Bridgerton, whatever you want to binge watch, The Office, whatever. What is your reward going to be? Because that reward is going to sustain you when you're building your test-taking stamina. I know. So building test-taking stamina isn't easy. If it was, everybody would do it, right? Yeah, so we're building our test-taking stamina. You're pacing yourself through the test because there's a big carrot at the end of this journey. Yes, you'll be a licensed massage therapist, but also you'll plan your reward. So that is part of my strategy for your success in working through this course. Build your test-taking stamina. Motivate yourself with rewards, whether they're small or big, whether they're intermittent or right at the end. It will fuel your fire as you do that necessary step of building your stamina. All right, moving into part 2. Let's take a look at the benefits and physiological effects of massage. And this is about 17 questions. Yes, it's about 17 questions on your exam. And we'll recap when we get done with this. So benefits and physiological effects. Let's start with the benefits of massage on a condition known as homeostasis. Do you remember from school the term homeostasis? Homeostasis is balance in the body. Everything is working well. Everything is functioning well. May not be optimal, but all the body systems are functioning, performing as they need to be. So nothing is functioning below the essential vitals. So homeostasis is the balance. That's, if you see that word, it's all about balance in the body. And massage helps to maintain homeostasis in the body. And this is not just organ by organ. We're going to talk today about the nervous system, the digestive system, and the respiratory system, and the benefits of massage to those 3 systems of the body. But the systems of the body don't operate by themselves. They're codependent. And so, for example, body temperature, the regulation of your body temperature, warm, cold. So as it gets cold outside, your blood flow increases to stay warm. But the regulation of body temperature occurs with the integumentary system. When we get too hot, what happens with the integumentary system? So the nervous system, the musculoskeletal system, these all help to regulate temperature. The skeletal system, the movement, skeletal muscles move to create warmth. If you're cold, just do this, right? Warmth. Yes. And so the cardiovascular system is also involved. So you see all of these systems kick in to help maintain homeostasis in the form of regulating body temperature. Homeostasis is not just about body temperature. It's overall well-being. I'm giving you an example of body temperature as something that is regulated. When we get too warm, we'll see what happens. In fact, let's talk about the nervous system, because the nervous system helps to regulate homeostasis. So take a look here. So the hypothalamus helps to regulate temperature. The kidneys help to regulate our water balance. Blood distribution it provides heat throughout the body and through the musculoskeletal system. Our integumentary system. So our skin, it's called our integumentary system, helps to evaporate water. So what happens when we get too warm? We sweat. That releases some water. It cools off the body. The pancreas here regulates blood sugar. And these are all organs that work together through our nervous system. They're interrelated. Skeletal muscles contract and release heat. That's why we warm up before we exercise. So this is homeostasis is a state of normalcy in the body. So physically normal, chemically normal, even. Yes. So you see here the variables to homeostasis, but what does the nervous system actually do? Let's move me over here. So the nervous system transmits messages from the brain and the spinal cord. Here you'll see that's called the central nervous system, the brain and the spinal cord, to the peripheral nervous system. We often think of the peripheral nervous system as like our arms and hands, but that also includes our internal organs. Take a look here. Yes, the nervous system is the one that's communicating through the nerve cells. Nerve cells are also called neurons. And we've talked a little bit about the central nervous system, the two parts of the nervous system. So the central nervous system, the brain and the spinal cord, and then the peripheral nervous system, everything outside of the brain and the spinal cord. And so what happens is there's a trigger, there's a deviation in the body. So the body recognizes, oh, I'm getting warm. Oop, I'm getting cold. There's a trigger. And that sends a nerve pulse through the superhighway of the peripheral nervous system to the central nervous system. So the nervous system is communicating all the time. I mean, just when you were a little kid, if you put your hand on something warm, whoo, that's hot, right? A impulse was sent all the way back to the brain. Pull your hand back. Yes, so that's how the nervous system generally works. Let's take a look at some specifics of the nervous system and the benefits of massage to those systems of the body. So there's two, central and peripheral. We've talked about the central being the brain and the spinal cord. So as you can see, it's like the train station that controls all the trains. You know, there's one hub. It's the air control tower, if you will, for an airport. Yeah. So it's where all the information comes in and gets disseminated out. Peripheral is everything. So nerves, ganglia, so all of this stuff, and also these nerves that go to the organs, these nerve pathways that go to the organs as well. That's part of the peripheral nervous system. And so we've got the brain and the spinal cord. Let's take a deeper look at the peripheral nervous system. So the peripheral nervous system has two different departments. It has the somatic and the autonomic. I want to dig down a little deeper on the benefits of massage to the autonomic nervous system. And you may remember this. Take a breath. With me, take a breath. We're digging right into the nervous system and the benefits of massage. If we're talking about the anatomy of the nervous system right now, but we're about to talk about the benefits of massage to the nervous system. And that's the autonomic nervous system, and that's the sympathetic and parasympathetic. Okay, so let's take a look at the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system, this controls our fight or flight. So I like to use the memory tool of I would feel sympathy for someone who was always in fight or flight. And you've probably heard of fight or flight, right? It's what happens like when we get into a dangerous situation. Maybe there's been a car accident or there's been a confrontation. You know, you feel, oh golly, my heart rate is increasing. So your heart rate goes up. Your eye muscles might dilate, just to watch for predators. Digestion slows down because it's like, ooh, we might have to run a long way. So fight or flight comes back to I'm being chased by, a saber-toothed tiger, if we're talking about caveman days, right? So that's Gotta eat. Oh, all right. So these are all the body systems that happen when the fight or flight response is triggered. But remember, there's also another part of that autonomic nervous system. We've got fight and flight, but we also have rest and digest. And these are where the benefits of massage comes in. Yeah, we, as licensed massage therapists, create a parasympathetic nervous system response to rest and digest. You may have heard it called the relaxation response. Yeah, that's the rest and digest. It is like after a big meal, oh, after a massage, oh. Hey, and if you haven't gotten a massage lately, hello, you got to stay in touch with the benefits of massage, the benefits for your own body. Oh, I hear you. I hear it all the time. Jodi, I don't have time for a massage. I don't have time to get a massage. Oh my gosh, I don't have time to get a massage. You know what? You'll never have time. You'll never have time. You have to make time to get a massage. And here are some of the benefits that you can look forward to. So, uh, the heart rate slows down. Our bronchial muscles open. So the actually our bronchial muscles are slow down. So we slow down our breathing. Our respiration rate actually slows. We'll see that in the respiratory system. I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. We improve our digestion, rest and digest. So our digestion improves. Yeah. So these are all of the things that happen with our parasympathetic. And you may be able to see this. If a person was paralyzed, if they were paralyzed from the neck down, all they may be able to do is rest and digest. So little memory tool to help you there. Before we dig into digestive and respiratory, the benefits of massage for respiration and for the respiratory and also digestive systems, I want to touch base on a question that's very specific, and it has to do with the benefits of massage and how those are enacted on the body. And we've got one set of benefits that are mechanical. So mechanical benefits of massage, meaning there has been a external force. The tissue was stretched. The tissue was lifted. It was compressed. There was a mechanical effect. I like to think of it as, a machine. You see a picture here of an oil rig digging into the ground. It makes me think of, us sometimes going through that initial armor, right? Sometimes we have to warm up that initial armoring that's on the body, like especially the back, or if you've ever had a client where they're like, you take their arm to give them a massage and they're helping you, right? It's like, okay, let's get this, because we're gonna use an external force to stretch that tissue. So to use friction to break up a knot. Most of the massage benefits are reflexive effects. There's an internal mechanism. So mechanical, external. Some force from outside has come in. The reflexive effects of massage have to do with the internal mechanisms, the things we don't think about. That is things like general relaxation, lower blood pressure. Our heart rate slows down. We have more rhythmic breathing. Now, we can consciously slow down our breathing, but when it starts to happen as a parasympathetic nervous system response, it slows down and it also gets deeper. It gets more rhythmic. Yeah. And this is the internal mechanism of the parasympathetic nervous system slowing your body down. Now, some things it slows down, but other things it increases. And we'll see that in the next two systems. But I want you to be clear about the difference between a mechanical effect of massage and a reflexive effect of massage. And one area that I find graduates sometimes get a little gray, get a little confused with, and that is the increase of blood flow. Now, I'm not trying to confuse you here, but in the chat, hello, in the chat, or I'm just typing in the chat right now. In the chat, would you say that increased blood flow is a mechanical or reflexive effect? And when, because I want to get you out of the weeds on this, all right? I want to get you really super clear on increased blood flow. Now, if you're driving in a car, don't type in the chat. If you're at work, feel free to keep, looking like you're working or doing work and listening to me. Anybody brave enough to put a guess in the chat? All right, we'll use the chat a little bit later. Increased blood flow is actually a reflexive effect. I can't say as a massage therapist that I'm going to okay, I'm going to go ahead and increase the blood flow right there. I can stretch the tissue. I can go back, remember our slide here? I can knead the tissue and create localized ischemia, right? A localized pink color when I knead. I can lift, I can rub, I can use friction, I can compress. But I'm affecting a change on the tissue, a mechanical effect, and I'm moving some things along mechanically. Colon stroke, I mentioned earlier, that the colon stroke, which follows the in the belly, the ascending, transverse, descending. So like you rub your stomach, right? So try that on yourself. Maybe just give yourself a little rub. So ascending, transverse, descending. That literally can have a mechanical effect. We can move, we can increase elimination as a mechanical effect of massage because we're physically moving something through the colon. Now there are differing opinions on whether or not we're actually moving poop, but we are creating. But there's again within lies the challenge, right? Is it a mechanical effect or a reflexive effect? Did the colon calm down? Because peristalsis is a muscle contraction, right? All right, I'm getting into digestive. So understand there's two different ways to see a benefit of massage, and that is mechanically that there's an effect, and there's a reflexive effect, an internal mechanism. Let's move on as we go. I want to cover the respiratory system and the digestive system, and we can talk about those mechanical effects of massage and the reflexive effects of massage within these two systems. Okay, this is the respiratory system. So we've got, now please pay attention, nostrils. Our respiratory system starts with our nose. Yes, just like our digestive system. Well, we'll see that in a minute. Nostrils. So the pharynx, right? The larynx, the trachea. These are all parts of the respiratory system. Not, okay, I'm forgetting it. Okay, I'll come back to it with the digestive tract. So just take a look here. The pharynx, the larynx, these are all where air passes, not food, not the esophagus, okay? The esophagus is not part of our respiratory system. All right, so we've got the lungs and the bronchioles here. But These are the parts of our respiratory system. So what are the benefits of massage on the respiratory system? So it reduces our respiration rate. Wait a minute, reduces? Yes, the rate. So it reduces the rate of respiration. So we slow down our breathing. What do oxygen levels do when we slow down our breathing? Oxygen levels increase. So by taking a deeper breath, we get more oxygen into our system. So that's why it goes slower. The benefits of massage is it calms the system, slows down the respiration rate, strengthens the respiratory muscles. Yeah, expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting. We can also work those muscles, those respiratory muscles. Our respiratory muscles, what could that be? Our respiratory muscles, partially diaphragm, right? But also the intercostals. Yeah. And you and I can palpate the intercostal muscles. Go ahead and put your fingers in between your ribs. Find a rib, find the in-between part. Yeah, those are intercostal muscles. Are they feeling tight? Yes. So strengthens respiratory muscles. One of the benefits of massage is it can decrease the amount of asthma attacks, decreasing it by relaxing, calming the respiratory system, by strengthening the respiratory muscles, by increasing the amount of oxygen in the system. Also, the respiratory system, a benefit of massage to the respiratory system is also it increases fluid discharge from the lungs. So fluid discharge in the form of phlegm. So if you've had a cold, maybe you've got a rattling cough, right? By getting massage, relaxing that rib cage. It's strengthening the muscles. We're relaxing. We're opening up the rib cage. This allows for fluid to discharge from the lungs. A method. What would a method be? Let's see. Yes. Yes, it was reflexive. What is the one of the 5 Swedish massage strokes? So one of the 5 are really good for helping to get phlegm out of the lungs. Did you learn this in school? Do you remember? It might have felt weird when you did it. What is one of the 5 Swedish strokes of massage that helps to get phlegm, to get fluid discharging from the lungs? In the chat.
I can't figure out how to give a message, but I know Tapotement helps with CF.
Yes, Tapotement. Yes, thank you for chiming in.
Yeah.
So Tapotement, it's like this, right? I'm doing it on my leg right now because I don't have a body in front of me. That's what it sounds like. And we do need to let our clients know if we're going to practice Tapotement. That's because it can be quite jarring and shocking, especially if they're off in La La Land, right? So make sure you say, hey, since you've got a little cold going, I'm going to use a technique that is rhythmic on your back. And start lightly, right? Start lightly, because that's very nice to help them. Yes, thank you. Yes, Marna. Yes. And yes, Kiara, for your last one. Good. Let's see what else, the benefits of massage to the respiratory system. And the way the body releases that phlegm is through coughing, right? So when we cough, when we sneeze, get it out. Find a tissue, get your elbow up, get it out. It's your body's way of getting rid of stuff. It's good to sneeze. It's good to cough. Get it out. Yeah, it's one of the ways your body releases that phlegm. All right. And so also, I just want to make a note that the relaxation response plays a significant role in all of these benefits to the respiratory system. Even though we're physically getting in there and touching, maybe working on those intercostal muscles, the majority of benefits to the respiratory system are reflexive. So Chipotle is an exception, right? So boom, 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 boom. We're not reaching in and grabbing that phlegm, but we're creating an effect. And so just be careful when you're answering questions about the benefits of massage if they're mechanical or reflexive. All right. All right. Welcome back, Lauren. Very good. So here's a quick question. We've been talking a lot about it. Which part of our nervous system is responsible for the relaxation response? Can you type it here? Type it here. Yep. I'll give you just about 10 seconds because it's about time we're moving. Oh, got some. All right, let's see what we got. Yes, Kiara. Yes, Sheena. I hope I'm saying that right. Yes, Lauren. Yes, it is. Dun, 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 dun. It is the parasympathetic nervous system, right? Paralyzed, rest and digest, relaxation response. Fight or flight is the picture of the sympathetic, a cheetah chasing a gazelle. Ah, cheetah, right? Yeah, that's fight or flight. That's like flight or die, right? Because the gazelle's not going to win if it fights a cheetah. Probably not. But we're asking about the relaxation response, the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest. Excellent. Good. Let's see. Yes. Oh, thank you. Good. And I see another paras C. Okay. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the digestive tract. And this is where you're going to see the esophagus. The esophagus is not part of the respiratory system. It's a part of the digestive system. So let's take a peek. So right here, digestion starts in the mouth, salivary glands, teeth, tongue. So all of these here, we nosh, and by breaking up, we start that actually salivary glands have some HCl in there to help hydrochloric acid to help start breaking down food. Food goes then, as we swallow, down the esophagus. And here are the other organs in digestion. It hits the stomach, but also we need these other organs to help digest. So the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, all of these help with digestion. So the gallbladder helps to digest fats. The pancreas helps to regulate blood sugar. The liver helps to detoxify and has a bunch of other stuff it does. As it moves through the stomach and all these organs kick in with their special potion, then we move into the colon. So the large intestine, also known as the colon, small intestine. So going up, the ascending, through the transverse, down the descending, to the sigmoid colon. So large and small intestines in here each have different names. We still don't know what the appendix does, but they've made it a part of the digestive tract. And then out it goes. Out it goes. Elimination. Yes, elimination is a part of digestion. So with the benefits of massage, so some of the benefits of massage is that it promotes the evacuation of the colon. And that is a lovely way to say pooping. Yes. So by relaxing The belly. By relaxing the body, we relax the belly. Many, almost every gastroenterologist, so a doctor who specifically works with conditions of the belly, uh, every gastroenterologist, almost every, will tell you that stress directly contributes to the dysfunction and disease of the stomach and intestines. What are some of the dysfunctions? Irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's. There's many different names. But by relaxing the body, the belly also has a chance to relax. When the belly is relaxed, it's working well. It's working within that homeostasis. There's homeostasis in the digestive tract. There we go. Massage will then be able, by its next effect, promotes the evacuation of the colon. Therefore, it helps to relieve constipation as well, because it improves, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. It relieves colic and internal gas. So again, by calming most of the reflexive effects, yes, we can do the colon stroke a little bit mechanical, but mostly this is going to be the reflexive effects of massage on the digestive tract. All right, take a little breath here. We're close to going into dissecting questions. What do you call a cow's fart? You call it derriere. Get it? Derriere? Yeah. So, derriere. All right, I know it's corny. There's a few other benefits to massage to the digestive tract. It increases digestion and it increases absorption. Your digestive tract is more efficient after massage. And that also leads us to think about, it leads us to think about medicines, right? Or diabetes. So taking insulin. If massage would increase absorption, we may find that our clients feel a little lightheaded. Maybe the uptick of their medicine has increased, or we've improved their system. The reflexive effect has increased their absorption, increased their digestion, and they may feel a little lightheaded. They may feel like they have a little bit of low blood sugar. That's actually a normal reaction. It depends, if it's uncontrolled with their diabetes. Hopefully, it's controlled and there's not a huge swing. But it's good to be aware of why this might be happening, because massage improves digestion, improves absorption. Yay! Okay, good. I thought we were running a little behind and we're running right on time. So yay, good. Woo, take a breath. Take a little breath. Take a big breath. Maybe flex your fingers, extend your fingers, flex your wrists. All right, we're going to dissect some questions. This is the home stretch of class today. Massage affects the parasympathetic nervous system. Which of the following is a resulting benefit? So massage affects the parasympathetic nervous system. Which is a resulting benefit? A, direct manual stretching of the muscle fibers. B, improved sleep patterns. C, improves action in the colon to relieve constipation. D, increased blood flow. All right, here's the crazy thing about this question. A, B, C, and D are all benefits of massage. There's only one correct answer. So let's really understand the question, because this is where I find that graduates get a little tangled, right? understanding what the question is asking. Massage affects the parasympathetic nervous system, which is a resulting benefit. So another way to say that is, what is a benefit of massage on the parasympathetic nervous system? We talked about this in class. Parasympathetic nervous system. So the rest and digest. And I just realized as your answers are coming in that yes, there are two really good answers. Yes. The little sticky question. Well, one thing we know for sure, that the parasympathetic, that's the rest and digest function, right? So we know it's not the direct manual stretching of the muscles. Part of what we do in dissecting the questions is we eliminate wrong answers. We eliminate hopefully 2 wrong answers. But in this case, we're just eliminating 1 because we know direct manual stretching, that is a mechanical effect. That is not a rest and digest effect, right? Good. All right, I see a lot of right answers coming in. I see those answers coming in, and you are correct, but the answer I picked was actually improved sleep patterns. Now, increased blood flow is a reflexive effect, so yes, you are correct. And I would say D is actually the best answer. So I will fix this question and make sure it's more clear on where we're heading. But something we didn't talk about as a benefit of massage is also the improved sleep patterns. But the best answer in this case, yes, is letter D, increased blood flow. Because remember we had that question about, we had that little chat about, is increased blood flow mechanical or reflexive? Technically, it's reflexive. So yes, you are correct. This would be, that would be the best answer. All right. Whew, long question. Bear with me. Many coaches, athletes, and sports medicine personnel hold the belief, based on observations and experiences, that massage can provide several benefits to the body, such as increased blood flow, muscle tension reduction, increased muscle compliance resulting in increased range of motion. Massage might help to increase blood flow by increasing muscle temperature from rubbing. So when the muscle gets warm, the rubbing action. Well, we talked about it. All right, so increase blood flow by increasing muscle temperature from rubbing. This is known as a blank effect. A blank effect. So let's take a look at this. The reflexive effect, the mechanical effect, sports massage, neuromuscular effect. So coaches, athletes, sports medicine personnel believe, based on observation and experience, massage provides benefits to the body. Increased blood flow, reduced muscle tension, increased muscle compliance, resulting in an increased range of motion. Massage might help to increase blood flow by increasing the muscle temperature from rubbing. This is known as a blank effect. I know there's a lot of mechanical in there. There's a lot of reflexive in there. Which you're going to pick? Oh, all right. Well, let's eliminate 1 wrong answer. We know it's not a neuromuscular effect. I don't even know if that's a thing. You might be doing neuromuscular massage to create this reaction in the body. All right, so here it comes down to this last description. Massage might help to increase blood flow by increasing muscle temperature from rubbing. Massage might help to increase blood flow by increasing muscle temperature from rubbing. This is known as the dun-dun-dun. Yes, the massage, increased blood flow, muscle temperature, muscle rubbing, that is mechanical. So all of these up here, increased blood flow, reducing muscle tension, increasing muscle compliance. That's all reflexive. But what we're talking about right here, by increasing, so massage might help to increase the blood flow by what? Increasing muscle temperature from rubbing, known as a mechanical effect. Tricky question, right? I see. Ooh. Yeah. Split 50-50, right? Because it's a tricky way to ask that question. Yeah, exactly. So we have to dissect it out. All of this is leading you towards reflexive, and then it says, boom, what effect is rubbing? Mechanical. This is where that question came from. This is right out of the PubMed. If you ever need to do research on massage or talk about the benefits of massage, figure out where it comes from, look at here. So PubMed, and you can just type in reflexive effects of massage, PubMed. Mechanical effects of massage, PubMed. This question was taken right out of a publication from the National Institutes of Health. So this is published articles on medicine. This is what department it is in. And NIH stands for National Institutes of Health. All right, home stretch. What is a benefit of massage to the respiratory system? A, increased respiration rate. B, decreased oxygen levels. C, helps eliminate fluid from the lungs. D, decreases pulmonary function. Let's eliminate one wrong answer. You can see that there's definitely a wrong answer in there, right? Like it stands out. Would you say that massage decreases oxygen levels? No, it increases oxygen levels, right? Yeah. Okay, so of the 3 remaining answers, what do you think? So the benefit of massage to the respiratory system: increased respiration rate, helps eliminate fluid from the lungs, decreases pulmonary function. I'm going to apologize ahead of time because I intentionally tried to trick you. And you know what? On the MBLEx, they intentionally try and trick you. I don't know why. You'd think we were all like rowing the boat the same direction here, right? That they'd try and help you be successful. Nope. Nope. Every question that you will see on the MBLEx is written with distractors in it. And I intentionally put distractors in this question. You ready to see the answer? What is a benefit of massage to the respiratory system? Helps eliminate fluid from the lungs. And you're like, but Jodi, it increases respiration rate. No, it does not. It decreases respiration rate. Remember, we talked about increasing oxygen levels. See? Decrease oxygen levels? No, that you understood, right? Increasing respiration rate. No, it decreases, slows our rate of breathing down. Increasing a respiration rate would sound like this. That's an increase in the rate of the respiration. Decreasing, massage decreases the respiration rate. And it increases pulmonary function. Yes. Good job. All right, I think that was the last one. Woo! Yes, that's a wrap. Woo-hoo, finished on time today. Yay, good. I loved this picture because a cocoon, what you're seeing here is a caterpillar making its cocoon. And this cocoon is a wrap, right? It's wrapped around. And what I know about you guys is that I am watching this process. I am watching you go from a caterpillar into your cocoon. And in this cocoon, this is where this is where the magic happens. In this kind of patron community, we're kind of in a cocoon. We're with other people who are doing what we're doing, which is getting ready to pass the MBLEx. This is where the magic happens. And I feel like, that when that's a wrap on this, but that's a wrap. It's like one more, like if you were to mummify yourself, it's like one more wrap when you attend a class or you listen to a lecture. Because inside that cocoon is where your magic happens. Yeah, it's the end of the road for the caterpillar. And that can be a little sad. It can be a little scary, right? Ah! Yeah, and that's where some self-sabotaging behavior might start because it is scary. Better the devil we know than the devil we don't. Well, you get to look that fear in the eye and walk away. You get to look that fear in the eye and be like, I acknowledge that I don't know what it's going to look like on the other side, and that's okay. This caterpillar doesn't know what it's going to look like on the other side. It has no idea. There's maybe some DNA, in there that knows, but it doesn't know. Just like we don't know what's going to happen. What's it going to look like? Where are we going to work? How often are we going to work? How much money are we going to earn? Am I going to be in private practice? Am I going to go work for somebody else? Relax. Breathe. All you got to do is start to flap your wings. And that'll emerge. The truth will emerge. But first things first is passing that test. And once you've emerged, after passing the test, I want to offer you a little support. And so I've been thinking about this and I've reached a conclusion that starting in April of this year, we will do a Business of Bodywork series. We did a test run in December and it was very well received. And so I have compiled a curriculum for the Business of Bodywork series. We'll be doing it right here after class. So this is already a day and time you have carved out. And so instead of being at noon Eastern, we're going to start our business class at 1:30. Now you're welcome to stay on if you want to. If you come to the MBLEx class and you want to stay on, you're welcome to. But this is specifically for you when you pass the MBLEx. What the heck happens in that first year of practice? Well, what will we cover? So this is your journey, your first year of mastery. And that is the journey of LMT mastery. We're going to talk about these specific things over the course of a year. And there's some of the tools that I have found that in my 29 years of practice that you need in year one, that I needed in year one, that when I hired therapists, they needed in year one. So we're going to talk about it over the course of 12 months. So in months 1 through 3, we're going to talk about 4 different categories each month. So a body part, how to deal with clients, some best practices, and then some of the fundamentals. So body parts in months 1 through 3, I'm going to talk to you about, did you learn how to find the psoas? If you didn't, we're going to find it. Did you learn how to find the quadratus lumborum? Do you remember where that is? Do you remember why it's important? Client interaction. Here are a few of the things we're going to cover. Using the client's name and rebooking. With best practices, this again starts in April. Best practices is to keep soap notes. I still keep soap notes. Eesh, I know. It's like writing a novel. And then also, how do you build a budget? Did you learn how to budget? We're going to take a class and talk about budgeting. Because how do you know how much you need to earn? My goal each week is that I earn $1,250 from doing massage therapy. How would that feel? Yeah. Well, unless we set the goal, then you don't know, right? All right. And then so we also will talk about some of the fundamentals that you may or may not need. What goes on a business card? We're going to cover that. Networking 101. Where, when, why. So as you can see, I'm not going to go through the entire calendar, but this is what we'll cover for body parts. This is some fundamentals of client interaction. Ooh, setting good boundaries. And some best practices. And then some of the fundamentals that you'll need that will benefit the career. And again, I'm speaking from someone who's got 29. In February, I celebrated 29 years of practicing massage therapy. And I want to give this to you so that maybe it saves you a few years of doing it a different way. There's a lot of different ways to do things. I'm going to give you what I've found to be some of my best practices over the years. So, grasshopper. I guess this is grasshopper. It's caterpillar. So, caterpillar. That is our lesson for today. I want to thank you for being here, hanging in. I'm going to stay for a few minutes after class, answer some questions. My name is Jodi Scholes. I'm your instructor for the MBLEx review course. Thanks so much for being with me. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. You're the part of this part of your journey, which is getting yourself ready to calmly and confidently pass the MBLEx. Yeah, so thanks for being here. Signing off till next week.